Good.
Come on, Perry.
Alright, yo, we live. We live.
I don't even want to hear your voice. Go ahead, now, open up.
Alright, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
We the Hebrew Israelites coming out here to prophesy week in and week out the downfall of this wicked-ass queendom known as America. Alright, Babylon and spiritual Egypt. Okay, first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the GMS, who teach and rule well. And peace and salutations to the whole four leg, pushing this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. To you, we say shalom.
Shalom. I was going to say draft in season, out of season. Another day in Babylon, another day in captivity, another day captives being fighting to be let loose.
Captives hasten.
It's 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. I charge thee, therefore, before Yahweh and the Lord, Yahushai Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom, preach the word, be in season and out of season.
So what this is right here, this is a decree. This is a decree to the men who cry inside for the name of Yahweh Yahushai. This is a decree for those who go out and push this word to bid the people to the marriage, man. What?
It says, verse 2 again, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
So it says in season, out of season, man. Rain, sleet, hail, snow, whatever it is, man. In season, out of season. So he gave us the decree to in all seasons to go out, right? And it says rebuke and reprove, man. To show my people their transgressions, to let the people know over the times that we're living in, what's about to happen, and to prophesy, man. And to let them know the good song, that new song that they're preaching, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. This is what we're out here doing, man. Like we always bring out the scripture as in the days of old. We are doing exactly what our forefathers have done, man. All right? What? You can grab that.
No.
Romans.
You
got more?
Let's start at 2 again. Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, we rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
And that's exactly the times that we're living in now, man. Right. So even though the men of the Lord are out here on the highways and the byways and this truth is going out, at the same instance, false teachings and doctrines have also gone out at an all-time high rate, man. The disinformation machine has gone out, man. We see a lot of people in New Age religions. We see a lot of people doing away with the Bible and Christianity altogether. But we also got a big following of witchcraft that's been going up. A lot of people are into like energy and crystals, and I'm not saying those things don't have any kind of weight, but we also know that we're not supposed to worship the creation, but the Creator. Right? All right.
That's literally the basis of paganism, is worship of creation.
Exactly.
Making the creation an idol over the Creator. So it's that just gives this place as Babylon the Great. It just shows why that term or why that a title is fitting. It's the most wicked time, wicked system. Hey, man, it tell you that in the last days. That not people will go to and fro and knowledge shall increase. All right, well, the knowledge of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is increasing, but also the influence of the wicked is increasing, man. And it all is going to reach a peak eventually, all right, in this cycle of wickedness versus righteousness, but it's finally going to be a winner, in that bout, man.
I got some real quick.
Bring it out.
So Romans 12:1 says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And I brought that out to land back the brother off the going to in season and out of season, man. Right. Brothers come out here putting their life on the line. Not only that, but we battling the elements, man. All right, extreme cold weather, rain, it don't matter, man. All right, living sacrifices.
Boy, that sacrifice ain't about so much your life, but it's about your time too.
All
right, because it's us as humans, man. One of the most precious things about our life is time. That's something you can't get back. Right. You're supposed to give all your time to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. It says worship him wholeheartedly, man. Don't half-ass the Lord.
And I'm glad you said that, brother, because we should definitely get into the fact that brothers should be a little bit more fervent, a little bit more fiery in this thing, man. And that goes for myself as well. We were having a conversation, me, Samak, and Kamal Mahar was having a conversation earlier about how the Most High, chastises those that he loves, man. Especially in these end times that we're getting to that point of we're already past the point of no return, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We're already past that point, but we're getting into times where it's super perilous times, and everyone is going to feel it, whether you're a man of the Lord or you a heathen. You're going to feel Jacob's trouble. You're going to have to witness atrocities. You're going to have to witness the famine, the pestilence, and all these other scourges for a minute. You're going to witness it, but this is the time that you should be clinging on to Yahweh Shem Yahushua at a higher rate, man. Everybody needs to self-examine themselves a little bit, right? Maybe every day, man, to see.
Absolutely, every day.
A lot of it, every day, to see if you are literally in the spirit, man.
Examine ourselves, whether you be in the faith.
That's literally what the scripture says. It says, examine thyself.
Whether you be in the faith. You get it?
Like you were saying,
You
right?
about to say the full pretext.
You were saying that the Most High chastens those which He love, and then the brother made a very profound point too, saying like part of our sacrifice, or a big part of our sacrifice, is our time. And like we were having a conversation in the ride here, is that sometimes the Lord can chastise you because He loves you, and He might also be chastising you because you're losing focus.
Exactly.
So your balance is thrown off.
Yup.
Hey, you came through with them, brother.
So I'll give. I'm not gonna speak on other brothers, but I can speak on myself. I've been. What's up, brother? Yeah, about special one. I've been. I've been going through a phase of my life where I've been basically trying to, self-build, mentally, self-development, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and me, as a man, it's kind of hard to juggle everything at one time. But then I had to think about it. That's not true. What it is having a little bit more discipline in your life. And what happens to a lot of men is when you got so much to get done, you might put something over another. And first and foremost, we gotta always have this underlining factor that in Matthew 6 chapter says, "Seek ye the kingdom of heaven, and everything else shall be added on to you." So even though I'm trying to, self-improve mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, the first and foremost thing that has to be first is spiritually, man. It's spiritually, because if I sit here and I'm trying to do everything in the world, and I'm trying to better myself in this world, but then I'm forgetting the underlying factor that the Most High governs all things. The Most High, get the scripture, I make rich, I make poor.
And a lot of brothers, man, they be bullshitting, to be honest, man. A lot of brothers be putting the Most High on the back burner and expecting Yahweh Shem Yahushua to bless them, man. If you in this truth and you trying to be of the elect, hey, you should be reading goddamn 10, 5 pages a day, standing in the spirit, watching a vid a day, then they're doing a vid a day. Dave used to pray 3 times a day. We should be praying every day, damn near 3 times a day. You go ahead and you check your social media every fucking day. You're supposed to read every goddamn day, man. You're supposed to watch a video every day. You're supposed to do a video, man. And if you're not really doing that, then you can't blame nobody but yourself when the Lord spew you out, man.
Bring this out first.
That's the scripture right here.
Before you get that, bring this out first. Start 6.
I think a lot of brothers, they get too comfortable in this fucking truth. They think because they go out and they do a vid here and there, that they think that's all. Like now you gotta give everything you got still, man.
That's something you talking.
That's like earning MVP or something in the NFL, and that next year you take it back because you was the best player in the league. Now you're supposed to have another MVP year, man.
It's always what have you done for me lately, man?
I think that. You know what somebody said to me? They said success is I don't want to butcher it. It was very beautiful. But basically said success is only of the past. You're only successful as what you did today.
That's right. That's right.
What you did yesterday doesn't matter because that was yesterday. What did you do today? So that's why it's very important to win the day. You're only as successful as what you did today, man. Because that's why they call it the past and the future. You can't worry about the past. The past is behind us. It's dead. The future, tomorrow ain't promised. But today is the present. That's why it's called the present, man. So it's a gift. What you do today is all that matters, man.
Hey, bro. So,
It literally says that in the scripture.
oh yeah, go ahead. Bring it out, bro.
Bring this out real quick and then go ahead, brother.
This is 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates.
Oh, before you bring it out, one more script. You know, that's beautiful, man. Because look, you gotta examine yourself, man, to see if you're really in this faith, man. And that goes for a lot of brothers. We understand how the spirit works and how we are still in the chains of the flesh. So you might have a high spirit sometime, a low spirit, a high spirit, low spirit. You know, that's also equilibrium as well, man. You can't always have highs, you can't always have lows, man. But at the same time, we should be seeking the Heavenly Father 10 times more. You got that?
Yeah. But that's why it's very important, because the times when you don't feel like doing something or you have low energy and you still do it, that's character building. You don't have bad days, you have character building days.
Get the definition of approved.
Yo, once upon a time ago, I was in the world when Will Smith was at the top of his game. It was this interview. Long story short, he said him and his brother, they had to build this wall for their dad, right? And they was worried about the wall, but he had said something profound. He said, just worry about laying that perfect brick every day. Fuck tomorrow. As long as you lay that perfect brick that day, exactly. Just worry about tomorrow when they get here. You know what I mean? That's just, examining yourself. Yeah,
It's all about the process. All right? The prize makes you weak. It's the process that makes you a beast, man.
Exactly. Bring that out real quick.
A gift spoileth the heart.
Hold up.
It says, all right, so it's 2 Timothy 2:15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto Yahushua, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
So a workman rightfully not to be ashamed, man. You wanna, Brother Ariel say this to us all the time, man. And he always say, you wanna feel like when the Heavenly Father comes back that you already left it all on the line, that you have no doubt or worry in your mind. It's either I'm going to get taken or not. Let the Lord's will be done. But you don't want to be that man in that day where the skies is cracked. You know exactly what's going on, and you thinking, damn, I probably should have.
Yeah, it's gonna be that shoulda be spirit.
I should have, So the reason why I say, I told the brother to bring the scripture out is because of that, man. We were tying it all together. Get the definition of approved.
Approved.
Shit. Did you get the blue letter?
Yeah, you get the blue letter too. Approved. Now, I know most people know what the word approved means. But I'm trying to approved. You can add the ed or not, doesn't matter.
I got it. It's approved, an adjective officially agreed or accepted as satisfactory.
As satisfactory. So you want to study to show yourself approved. So like I said, like the brother Ariel says, when that time comes, when Yahweh Shem Shai, it cracks the sky and salvation is on the horizon, you don't want to sit here and feel unsatisfactory. Like, damn, I didn't do enough. Damn, I could have did this. Damn, I should have been doing that. Hopefully, what I did was enough. You want to be in that day and feeling this bold in this truth. And it says, put on like the elect. You want to feel bold in Yahweh Shem Shai, like my Savior is here. It's time for me to go. Nothing else. And I say that, and the words that are coming out of my mouth is through the Spirit. And I'm also saying this to myself. All right. I am not exempt from any of this, man. The scripture says get the sleep out of your own eye, but I'm already getting the sleep out of my eye. I had a conversation with the brothers earlier about having about self-examination and also about having more discipline, man. Like I would implore brothers now. Brothers do their own. They have their own ways of studying. They have their own ways of how they read the scriptures, and everybody got their own measure of spirit. But I would implore brothers, if you want to have more, I would say if you want to be more grounded in your everyday life, you need to put yourself on a schedule, man. Like your Yakana just said, if the so-called white man tell you got to be to work at 6 a.m., you gonna be there, ain't you? If the so-called white man tell you got to go pick up a package here and it's a deadline, you gonna do it, ain't you? If you got to get to a doctor's appointment at a certain time, or you gonna miss your spot, and you've been waiting for a couple of weeks to get that appointment, you gonna make it, can't you? So why is it that we shorthand ourselves when it comes to everyday personal self and life?
I saw a video earlier and they were saying like the reason why you're not going to be late for your boss, the reason why because you respect them,
and it's a lack of respect for yourself.
That's your
and look, lack of respect for yourself. But let's get to the underlying factor. The lack of respect for Yahweh Shem Shai. Where is your fear? Where is your fear, man? Because we know that life and death is in the hands of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. We know that you got that scripture? I'll make a pour. Bring that out real quick. We know that the Heavenly Father controls all things, man. Every aspect of everything, man. And if we sit here and we say we believe in that, how can we not put forth the measure that we're supposed to put forth, man? And that is like the brother said, do your videos, man. Go out. Some brothers go out twice a week. Some brothers will go out once a week. Some brothers go out 4 or 5 times, 6 times a week. You know, everybody's measure is different, but in your own spirit, you must be convinced, man.
You gotta figure out what works for you.
What's
Everybody works different. Like, let's say you have to make a schedule based around your work life, right? Because you know you have a job, so you got responsibility, right? So hypothetically, right? I'm gonna give you like a quick 2-minute example of how any of you brothers or sisters could make a schedule, right? Let's just say hypothetically you work. I'm gonna get like a mid shift. You work 11 to 7, right? Let's just say you work 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You should be waking up a few hours before you go to work. You should not be waking up 30 minutes, just enough time to get dressed and go to work. No, you have to have time for yourself. So what? You have to wake up. You got to be to work at 11. You know it takes you 20 minutes to get to work, right? You should be waking up 7 a.m.
Hour before.
8 a.m. You know what I mean? You work there till 7. You should be in bed 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You get a good amount of sleep. You should be able to wake up at 7 a.m. Wake up at 7 a.m. You wake up. It's your time. Then you got what? 4 hours before you got to be to work. That's your time to do what? Your self-care. Go to the gym. Read your scriptures. Pray. Do a lesson. Read a self-development book. You know, watch a TV show. That's your time That's your time. So then now you go to work 11 to 7. You got Esau's work. You get off at 7. Now you come home. Then you gotta eat dinner, wind down, maybe read a lesson again, watch a lesson again, spend time with your kids or whatever, do things for your kids, and you get back to go to bed and you repeat.
And you know, that was something beautiful you just said, man. One thing we gotta remember is the Most High is all about a righteous balance, right? Exactly. And everything in Esau's kingdom is always an unrighteous balance. So they tell you that it's 24 hours in a day, which they lied. It's only 12 hours in the day, 12 hours in the night. So if you're giving them 8 hours of your day, you're already unequally yoked right there. You're already unequal. So you got to do a better job. You got to do a better job at disciplining yourself. Like the brother said, is getting up an extra 2 hours or 3 hours to fit in into other things you want to get done.
If you go to sleep early enough, waking up at 7 a.m., 6 a.m. is really not that bad.
Life.
I'm take it granted. I've been a bull my whole life. I've gone to sleep 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. But as of the last few months, I've been going to bed. I've been in bed at 11. And sleep by 12 a.m. Sometimes earlier than that.
That's beautiful because the elder said that, bro. We Israelites, we doing this work. Bro, you should be up before fucking 7, 8, or 8 a.m., bro. Doing your work. You go to fucking bed. There's nothing happening after 12 anyway, man.
There's nothing happening.
Go to fucking bed by 10,
after
11,
really like
be up
9.
by 6, 7, and you got 3, 4 hours to yourself
It's
to
really
read and
happening
study.
at 9. Everything closes at like 9 o'clock.
And what's going to help you be in the spirit more is waking up early, reading, and watching vids. That way when you go to work, you in the spirit all day.
You wake up, you go to the gym, you read.
When you get 6 hours,
day is like
fire already.
And what's crazy about that is they say the same thing about working out. They say the best time to work out is what? It's in the morning because your energy levels will be skyrocketing throughout the day.
And then you'll be tired later in the day. Now it'll be 9, 10 o'clock. You're like, wind down, read before you go to bed, put the phone down, and you're gonna have better sleep. That's another life hack too. If you read like 10, 15 minutes before you go to bed,
you sleep like a baby.
You're gonna end up falling. You're gonna end up getting tired while you're reading.
Dozing off.
You go to sleep, now you're gonna have better sleep.
Hey,
it's a mind trick. It's literally a mind trick, bro.
Bring that out and then bring it
I'm not saying you gotta read the scriptures every time for you to bed. Maybe you wanna read something else, but you have a balance. You can have. I like to read books, so I'll read scriptures at some point in the day, and then usually at nighttime I'll read my little business books or self-development books, whatever. Alright, so this is 1 Samuel 2 and starting at 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the Lord are for the pillars of the earth are of the Lord's, and He hath set the world upon them.
God, man, there's nothing potter have power over the clay, man. The Most High controls all aspects of everyday life and everything in this world, man. From the little microorganisms that we can't see to the fowls flying in the air, man, to everything, man. So we gotta have an understanding of making sure that we put in the Most High first, man, and that goes for everybody, you know, including myself, man. We might get caught up in this world and lose focus of certain things, man. We might lose focus of what's more important, man. You know, You might be going through hardships. The Most High might be jacking you up, losing your job, losing money, bills piling up, and all these things happen out of nowhere. But that was him trying to let you know, yo, I'm rustling. You know these scriptures. You know that I'm the one rustling your feathers. You know I'm the one that's testing you right now.
I got a little testimony.
That's beautiful because that's beautiful too because the most important thing is what Yahweh Shah said, right? He said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything shall be added." It's such a simple scripture, but means so much. If you literally like set the time throughout the day to really put towards the Lord, praying, reading, doing a lesson, watching a lesson, you making sure you feed the spirit. Just like you want to make sure you feed your body food, right? So you can get through the day. That's your spiritual food that has to be done. So if brothers are struggling financially, like I said, and this is something I'm going through that I'm experiencing, learning myself. Yo, when you really put forth the Lord and and then you go ahead and make that business move, and the Lord knows, and you know you putting the Lord. At the end of the day, every single day you showing up for the Lord. Every single day you showing up for the Lord. You sacrifice. You putting in the work.
Bless thy hands.
And then when you go ahead and make that business move, the Lord's going to let it happen. Opposed to you just putting all your time and energy and thoughts into this business move, and you ain't thinking about the Lord. You wonder, damn, why my business? Why ain't it working? Why ain't it flourishing?
What's going on? Why everything keep crumbling?
And the Lord chastised you because He's trying to get you to understand. Listen, He's putting me first, and I got you.
It's part of that work smarter, not harder type mindset. Brothers think they got to put in 18 hours a day. Nah, bro, just put an hour in for the Lord. He going to pay the way for you.
Bro, an hour a day, bro. An hour a day keep the Lord away.
You know what they did now?
Hour a day keep the demons away.
That's working smarter,
I like
bro.
that.
You know what I mean? An hour a day will keep the demons away. You dedicate an hour to reading, and studying and watching lessons.
10 pages
and
a day.
And even still, I recommend brothers get YouTube Premium. I don't care. Pay the little $10 a month. You can put a lesson on and lock your phone, put some AirPods in, and you could be at work, literally listening to lessons. Then you constantly feeding the spirit while you're at work. Like you might have a warehouse job. Put your AirPods in, get YouTube Premium, throw a 30-minute hour lesson in, put it in the background. Now you subconsciously, you know what I mean? You subconsciously and consciously feeding the spirit.
That used to be the best. At work, you throwing on a full
2 hours.
4 hour. End of the world backdrop, elder lesson. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Some of them Jones you gotta be like sitting down and like.
Yeah.
But a lot of lessons you can throw in the background.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
This is Matthew 24. I'm gonna start at 46. It says, "Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods."
So this is basically bringing it back full circle, man. You don't like what I brought out earlier. Brother Ariel always say you don't want to be that man and that day and hour, and you like, damn, I could have did more. That's why it says, blessed is the man that the Most High catches doing what? Doing the work, being in the spirit, man. Being in all holy conversation, man. You want to be in that kind of spirit. You don't want to be the bull caught in the middle of sin. And here come the Father.
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
You know what I'm saying? Being lukewarm and shit, man.
Here's the thing. It only takes 21 days to build a habit. So if anybody in the truth, if you lacking not making enough videos because you got a job, not reading enough, just do it for 21 days. It's 1 hour, just 21 days, and it just become a habit. Like, damn, I rep more
Next
than
thing you know,
before.
it's like second nature. You know what I mean?
It's like brushing your teeth. You don't miss brushing your teeth. You shouldn't miss doing the work for the Lord.
I got something. You guys get something more?
Oh yeah. Let me finish this out. This is gonna give the flip side to it. Verse 48. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. That's how you know this ain't talking about regular servitude under a regular
Let's
master.
talk about the men that's on the highways and byways, and you in the true doctrine of faith, Yahweh Shah. If you got your hand on the plow, you know what you're supposed to be doing. And that's just clear cut. It is clear cut. And it also says, but if you that boy, that man, look, man, you probably got a couple more years left.
Man.
I'm
got
just,
time.
you know what I mean, look.
That's like somebody at the job. you know, the foreman, he just slid off. So they bullshitting in the back, smoking weed. You know what I mean? Drinking beers and shit. All right, cause they also, he usually perform about a good hour. He slide off, come back in 15 minutes. You caught.
Done.
You out of here. Back and shit and get the fuck up out of here, man. That's why I say, but on the flip side of that, you know, if you're if you know the foreman come and you know he slide off and then he double back. You know what I mean? 15 minutes, and he see you working, you doing your thing. He gonna give you he pretty much gonna give you the thumbs up.
Next thing you know, he gonna call you back for other jobs.
Call you back for other jobs.
Make you the manager over the rest of them niggas.
Promote you.
Yeah, right.
You gonna get promoted. All right. So, hey, that's
I got something. You got something too?
Joshua 1:8-9. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Look at that. Make that way prosperous and have good success. Why? Because you're meditating on the word. You're keeping your mind succumbed in the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You're doing your work, man.
Ultimately, because that's what brings you the balance in an imbalanced world. You know what I mean? Because if you rely on your own intellect, on your own mettle as a man.
Yo, come here, bro. Yo, bro. Esau. I'm about to. Yeah, you seen him though? Yeah, he like you wanted to say something. Shit.
That's why it says, what's the scripture? It says the ways of a man might seem right unto himself. Kind of paraphrasing, but the ways thereof are death. You know?
Right. Man, listen, there's no way that you're going to be able to have a balanced relationship with the environment around you without the Lord, man. I don't care how well put. That's why you see people who got business acumen, they got women, they got whatever, and then they end up, you know what I mean, killing themselves or some shit. You know what I mean? And it's because they're missing that main key factor.
Finding themselves with the end of the stick.
Right, which is the Lord, man. The Lord is the governor of all things, even the tides of your own thoughts, your own spiritual well-being. Right? And that's why it's important, like the brothers was going into, to have a spiritual balance, because that is what's going to balance out everything else in your life. You know, because everybody go through the ups and downs. Hell, there's not a better example than Job. Right. And Job didn't, you know, in the sense of the story, he didn't deserve it. You know what I mean? Or should I say, you know, he didn't do anything directly to you know, procure the curses upon himself. All right, but he took it cheerfully, and then what happened? Because he was a spiritual man and understood the judgments of the Lord balanced the situation back out. So he had it, and then went through hell and lost it, and now he got it back double, which is balance.
Joshua 1:9, it says, have not I commanded thee, be strong and of good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh is thy power, is with thee whithersoever thou goest.
Man, even when you think that the Most High is not with you, man, the Most High is with you, man. The Most High, man, listen, he doesn't tempt to do evil, but he will test you, man. The Most High will test your faith, man, especially in these end times that we're living in. Faith is going to be tested at an all-time high, man. So a lot of brothers might be going through turmoils, losing money, jobs, inflation is going up. You might be in dire straits where you're thinking, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But at the end of the day, man, we got to trust in the Lord, man. We got to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
Matthew 9:37. Then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Alright, so there should be no excuses. A lot of work to be done, man. Alright, but there's very few people that are willing to put that work in, man.
Precept to that.
Alright.
It's basically the same thing. I got something. Get that out real quick. I got something. But yeah, you go for the wind chain.
And I hope brothers understand that it's more work than just doing vids and coming out to the highways and byways, man. This truth is much deeper than just doing vids and coming out to the highways and byways, man. And I hope brothers understand that. Just because they did a vid or just because they come out here doesn't mean that that's it, man. You got to live your life as a man of the Lord, man. Not just when you on video for 2 hours or an hour, man.
That's the scripture. Be ye doers of the law, not just hearers only.
Let me get this real quick. This is the book of Sirach 35 and verse 17. It says, the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, till it come nigh, he will not be comforted and will not depart till the Most High shall behold the judge righteously and execute judgment. And I brought that out because, hey, when you got that spiritual balance and you balancing yourself in the flesh,
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I was just trying to.
you got that spiritual balance and you balance yourself in the flesh, hey man, the prayers of the humble going up. And that word pierce means to force through. So them prayers is going up with force, man. The Lord's going to hear them.
What does it say? The effectual fervent prayers of the righteous availeth much.
Got something. It's Sirach 2, starting at the top. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
God, man, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. How do you prepare your soul? With faith, man. Knowing, having the wisdom and knowledge of the times, man, which is the scriptures, man. You must know these things, man. Read that again, brother.
My son, if thou, Sirach 2, starting at the top. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
So constantly endure, make not haste in trouble, man. Ariel always tell us this, man. Sometimes you got to sit still to let the Heavenly Father work for you, man. It's not as you moving too quick. You're not giving the Most High a chance to show you his mercy and his power, man. You know,
Like Sarah did, man. You know, doing something, you know, the Lord promised and said he was going to do it. Sarah got a little, you know what I mean? She jumped the gun and exactly moved in haste.
and what did that do?
And it resulted, you know, and what the scriptures say, obedience is better than sacrifice.
God, and when you move in haste, you know, when you move to, it says not you said read that last part, not
Doubt.
yeah, it causes doubt, but it also shows that you don't have faith.
Or patience, which is a virtue.
Yeah, you know.
And a lot of brothers, it's easy to read the scriptures, but it's another thing to implement it, man.
Exactly.
All right, so it's like being knowledgeable, but not using the wisdom that backs the knowledge. Right. You can say and post all the scriptures in the world. Oh yeah, when you facing hell, take it cheerfully. But then you posting it, but you don't live it. You ain't doing it. Hey, that's you not really following the word, man. You just posting shit and portraying an image that you don't really live, man. And that should have kept you in hellfire, man. Because if you ain't playing nobody, you can lie to yourself, but you ain't lying to the Lord, man.
Matter of fact,
Hey, yo, not hellfire, but those new
Kai, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Nah, because you know what?
Kai.
You know, Jacob, they pushing the
Kai.
hell down
Kai.
Nah, wait.
We in hell with fire coming.
You right though, Jacob's not
We in hell, fire coming.
Ain't that simple? Oh, you said hell.
That new fire, that
God,
lake of fire.
oh, they talking about what? They think of the fiery pit underground. They gonna do some other shit. What you got out?
I got more. Sirach 2, I'm gonna start 2 again. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
God, and gold is tried in the fire, and we're likened unto that gold. All right, we're likened unto that, unto the Most High's precious gold, man. But we're gonna try through the fire to reform us, man, to get rid of all the impurities, so we can come out on the other end shining, man.
I got you.
And when it say take it there cheerfully, we all fall victim to being sad when something first happened bad at first, but then at the end of the day, man, you gotta shrug that shit off and laugh and be happy about the situation you in, man. All right, because that shit ain't gonna last forever, but that mindset you acquire when you go through it will.
I got an umbrella spare.
Yeah, let me get this. Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, he shall direct thy path. All right? Hey, because the brothers were saying, like, how, like, you'll be in a situation, you'll be talking about, you know, trusting in the Lord, but you know, Jake don't never really give the Lord a chance to show that he's that he is, man. All right, Jacob get in a situation and try to deliver himself. All right, soon as shit don't go his way, instead of, you know, okay, sitting back on it and okay, giving the praises to the Lord even in the down times. All right, giving praises to the Lord. All right, and allowing the Lord to work do his works, man. Hey, that's why it says trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. All right, because you trying to take matters into your own hands and deliver yourself. All right, that's a form of you leaning on your own understanding.
Kinda.
All right.
Scripture say, "Vengeance is mine, man."
All right, and what it say? If you trust in the Lord, what? He's going to guide your steps,
I
man.
got a precept for that.
You know?
Proverbs 3 and 6, like the Ak just said. Proverbs 3 and 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. God, you did.
I had a precept to him as well, but
Brother was holding that like, nah, I needed to say it again.
That was the spirit.
That's the spirit, like, nah.
Reiterate that joke.
Yeah.
It's crucial though.
Yeah, God.
I got something.
So you hit that again? Oh no, you good?
I got something like his, Proverbs 16 and 9. That's all. You wanna bring it up?
Is it short?
I mean, it was just like his. So
Bring it up.
this is Proverbs 16 and 9. Man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directed his steps. Because here's the thing, right? The heart is so deceive that whatever is the mind, like whatever is like lying to you, like telling to you, it's
decisive.
decisive. Yeah. Okay. Whatever it's trying to tell you, it sounds right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, when you go into that word, I believe when you go into that word divisive, it goes into plan. It goes into planning. So a man's heart plans what he's going to do.
To devise a plan.
Right, but the Lord actually directs where you go.
Say so.
Exactly.
All right, that's why ultimately when we say something, we say Lord willing.
Really, what we do and what we plan is just a proposal. You know what I mean? And then the Lord is the one that,
He might
we're
put
gonna
it
do
in the instructions.
Yeah.
That seals in you at night.
Yeah, like, all right, you can do that.
Like,
You gonna do it this way,
like, look, here's my proposal. They like, hey,
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna and then I'm
gonna fix this a little bit. I'll keep a couple of these. Nah, but you doing this tomorrow anyway. Send the angel down. Download that.
Hey, they show you that Bruce Almighty. Remember he had all the stockpiles, Morgan Freeman, Bruce Almighty.
You got something?
This is 1 Peter 1 verse 6. It says, "Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth."
The trial of your faith. So it's letting you know you're going to go through a trial. You know, the Most High, that's the test right there. You know, the great temptation is coming. The trial of your faith is coming, man. And you might go through small trials of faith in your life, but the great trial of your faith is coming very soon.
Right.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Being much, I'm gonna start it over. Verse 7, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach.
Hey, because if I might add,
That was perfect.
all right, it said the trial of your faith is more precious pretty much than gold. But why is that? Why? Because, all right, if you pass that trial,
What do you get?
all right,
Yep.
you're going to, all right, what it says, acceptable men is
Tried
the furthest of adversity. That the Lord will make a man more precious than fine over a gold. All right, so that's why the trial of your faith is much more than just, all right, it's much more valuable than carnal material things. All right, that trial and that the Lord is going to put upon us if we pass it. All right, it's going to lead to salvation.
Cause that trial's meant to level you up, not break you down. That shit meant to make you stronger, not weaker. So if you fold then you ain't gonna last when the real trials come.
If you fold, it was never meant to be. Simple as that. You got more on that, brother?
I think that's something.
Is it?
The Lord is exercising us through the Spirit,
Spiritual exercise.
Let me
breaking the muscles down,
let me hit this joint.
letting them build back up.
Verse 8, whom having not, let me hit 7 again and then go to 8 and 9. It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach, whom having not seen ye love, in whom thou not now ye see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation
John
of your
20:29.
souls.
So there you go.
Right,
John
right.
20:29.
Exactly like the brothers were saying, man. These things that you're going through is to refine you, man. And to get through it, the ultimate prize is salvation.
And the reason the Lord keep using fire is because when you touch fire, that shit hurts. Just like when you go through them trials and tribulations, that shit hurts. But when you come out from that fire, fire burns all the infirmities and the toxins and all that. So when you come out of that, you have burned all that weakness away, and now you're becoming stronger. Right?
Hey, like for example, I got a testimony like, hey, first coming into the faith. I know you brothers probably can attest to this as well, but you know, first coming into the faith, you would, you know, you had to kind of like, let your family know that you wasn't about Christmas no more. You wasn't about Thanksgiving.
Comfort zone.
You wasn't about
tough.
that was
tough.
That was a tough
You eat pork no more? I didn't think it was tough for me.
Hey, but I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna say like this.
If you was in the
You
world,
say
that's what everybody taking
now.
emotion.
You say now. You say now it wasn't tough because you actually went through it. But at the time when you was going through
I'm
it,
saying the reason why it wasn't tough for me per se is because I was always alone.
God,
So when it came time to be like, well, look, I ain't gonna be around y'all motherfuckers. I was already not around you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So all right.
so but yeah, but like,
That's
like,
right.
like
I
even
was never around.
Like even for me, you know, like I went, you know, coming to like my little nieces and nephews' birthday parties, stuff like that. You know, my mom, you know, her 60th, you know, her 60th birthday party, they had like a whole theme. Right, you know, I'm my mom's only son, so she wanted me to be there to, you know, to celebrate that. But I'm like, no. But now, coming into the faith, things like that, all right, it's easy to do now.
Right.
All right, no, it's nothing to it. Yo,
Sorry?
any questions?
No, I'm just looking at the sign.
Okay.
Listening.
What do you think?
No, it's not a white fucking geezer.
You work for any of them?
Jared Kushner.
What you
Fuck
think?
those guys.
What you think about the state of America?
That was cool.
Fucked up, man.
So you actually know what's going on with America, right?
Yeah, I watch my fucking news, man. Yeah.
So what's going?
You know they the one who
he know that. He know
pulled
that.
the proverbial toilet flush, right?
Yeah. Well,
They flushing this place down the drain. Well, we know, but I'm just saying.
But hey, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
where do you see America in the next 5 years?
Oh man. I don't know. I mean, it's like the haves and the have-nots is what I'm like a have-not.
Okay.
All right. So
I mean, I'm thinking, you know,
So for the have-nots, what do you think is going to be the? What do you think they?
I don't see a lot of hope on the horizon.
Okay.
all right.
That's my personal.
That's realistic.
All right, that's fair enough. All right, so now let me ask you this: so the have and the have not, you don't really see, all right, the state that of America in. You think that it's going to come out of? You think that America is going to
Born like a phoenix.
Do you think America is going to come up out of this, out of the state that it's
Be
in,
great again.
and be
Great again.
a superpower that
Like-
it once was?
Like you know how America
Well, I mean,
came out of
I think militarily, I think we're the superpower. I mean, we're crushing it.
Right.
But like,
Oh, we spend more money on our military than any country. That's the only reason why.
oh, by like 100 times.
But that's
yeah.
but you do
But
understand
we
why,
spend
right?
so much money into that, but we don't spend money on the things that are important.
The infrastructure,
But
Infrastructure, housing.
how economy.
You know, look at the place you're behind. What's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on with this?
It's been vacant for like 4 or 5 years now.
They just gave
the
40
reason why
billion to Ukraine though.
the reason why America spends so much money on its military.
Yeah, 40 billion. Yeah.
To Ukraine to help them out.
The
Yeah.
reason
They
why
got problems
America-
in their own cities and stuff.
The reason why America
Right.
spends so much money on its military is because they're scared.
Yeah.
How would you feel if you're the big bully on the block, but everybody's getting more powerful? So now you got to sit here and overexert yourself and train harder because everybody's catching up.
Yeah.
You know you're
That's
the
all.
bully, and everybody gonna want to get the bully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody smells blood in the water, even America.
So what actually going on in America is written in the scripture. Do you know that?
Well, I was raised Catholic, but I don't read the scripture. You know.
Do you
like-
know that America is at its end?
Last leg.
So
I mean, you know, I don't know who's going to replace us. Though.
all
That's
right,
the thing. in the current power structure.
Okay,
who's
okay.
gonna replace- Putin, Russia. I mean, maybe the Chinese.
I
They
know.
could
We're about
tip
to
us
show you
over.
now.
I would say, sorry.
I'm just talking about global political.
I know what you're saying real quick.
Ask
You
them
want
who
to
runs
say
the
something?
world. Who runs the world?
Yeah.
Who runs the world right now? Who's in charge of the world? Who runs it? What type of people? Come on. Who's in charge of the dollar? Who sets the precedent for education? Who's on the face of the dollar? Who runs the world? Who's in charge of the world?
Yeah, just like old white guys. I mean,
White people.
all right,
White
so
people
now-
at the top.
All right, so now watch this. Watch
I
this.
mean, Mitch McConnell, 80 years old. Nancy Pelosi, 80
Exactly.
years old.
Yep.
Joe Biden, 80 years old.
Yep.
I mean, there's
They
time.
pawns,
I mean, my feeling is, like, where's the new generation?
Well, hold on. We're about to show you something real
coming.
quick. What's your name?
Wes.
Wes.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Wes. Hey, get
No, he's gonna bring out some scriptures.
I mean, young people.
Yeah, we understand what you're saying. But that's like when the Europeans did inbreeding. They want to keep the power with themselves, so most of the power is going to stay with the same groups of families and people. And if they're getting older, and
Yeah, but young people today are so much more, diversified, liberal. Even the young people in Russia, they don't buy any of this
but they're
bullshit.
indoctrinated. It's all indoctrination. And who gave them the philosophies to think that way?
Yeah.
The people at the top
Right.
want them to think that way because they want their great reset. But we're gonna get into some scriptures to show you exactly who's gonna be
go ahead,
ruled.
shoot that out real quick.
2 Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So, who is Esau according to the Bible?
I mean, I can.
All right, because we
I'm not a Bible.
All right, we get. All right, that's fair. That's fair enough.
I'm going to history then.
You said you Catholic, so
Yeah.
you might have
Raised
more
Catholic.
knowledge.
I had Jesuit education.
Okay.
If you have a Jesuit education, then you should actually know who Esau is.
Yeah.
Well, you heard
I
it.
know Esau is, but I don't
Hold on,
know how to quote.
Well, who would Esau be on the planet today?
Edomites.
Who would be the Edomites on the planet today?
So there's a book
Yeah.
that says who is Esau Edom and what are the figures on the faces? Who are the faces on the book?
It's like Karl Marx and
And
Sigmund Freud and a bunch of
what
white
race-
guys.
what race of people are they?
Ayatollah, they're all white guys.
Exactly.
All right then.
Yeah.
So Esau, Edom is the so-called white man that's walking the earth today. All right, now bring that out again.
This is 2 Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So they say Esau is the end of the world. All right. So when they tell you that the end of the world coming, it's not talking about the world is going to be destroyed, where it's going to be uninhabitable. All right, you're going to float off into space and find a new planet and colonize it. No, the end of the world means the end of an era, the end of a rulership.
Yeah.
End of
All
the
right.
age.
So what we're seeing right now is the end of Esau's kingdom, the end of a rulership. All right. Read that again, bro.
Who's going to take over?
We're
gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Second
watch this.
Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
All right, now. All right,
Who's Jacob?
all right, hold on. Now that's the right question.
You're asking the right question now.
Hold on. You're right. Hey, Wes, you're right.
Not that
Now
Chinese
watch
guy.
this.
Bring that
Nope.
up. Bring that up.
No,
Nope, it's gonna be somebody never thought.
Get that right there.
Oh,
Isaiah 14:2.
what did he say?
Okay.
The one you
All right.
thought to
Now what?
To never
that
take the
never
crown?
Wore the crown will wear. Now watch this, Wes. Now we're gonna find out who Jacob is. Okay.
Who's today's Jacob? Today's Jacob.
All right, watch this.
I think it's Wisdom of Solomon. The one
14:1. Start at 1.
who never
Yeah,
thought.
of course.
Yeah, it says the one who
All right,
never
watch
thought
this.
shall wear the crown. Should come back.
14 and 1.
Yeah, 14:1. Yeah.
All right, watch
This is
this.
Isaiah 14. I'm going to start at 1. It says, For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Go ahead.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Now, what's a servant and a handmaid?
I'd like a couple of them. I don't have any right now.
But what's a servant and a handmaid?
It's a synonym for servant or handmaid.
Synonym for servant, handmaid.
Or a person you're going to possess.
No, it's just a synonym. He knows what it means.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Slave.
He just didn't want to say the word like
All
that.
right.
I know.
All right. So go ahead. Hit it again.
No, it says, And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
So the house of Jacob is going to possess the house of Edom in the land of the Lord. What's the land of the Lord? Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Israel.
Yeah.
Right? The house of the Lord is what? The kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It says, for servants and handmaids.
For servants and handmaids, other words, slaves. Go ahead.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
All right, so now, is the picture being painted?
What's going to happen in Israel?
No. Now you gotta understand.
Hold on.
You gotta re-explain to it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So now,
That's a shit
You're
show
on
over
point.
there.
Everything is right.
So-
So the only thing is he missing is
no, I know.
Yeah, who?
Okay,
Oh,
all
yeah,
right.
Jacob.
So
you
Who's
paint
the
the
modern
perfect.
day, who's the modern day
go ahead,
Jacob?
go ahead.
All right.
It's there is no there.
No,
That's an okay. That's an okay question.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow
Jacob rest from his sorrows.
and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
Okay, all right. So we didn't establish that the so-called white man is Esau, Edom, right?
Yeah.
Now it told you that. Read up where it says who captives they were. All right.
It says that they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
So who
As the white man oppressed.
has the so-called white man oppressed and ruled over and enslaved? Who are those people?
Well, people of color.
Okay.
I mean, whether it be Israeli.
But no.
Israeli or whites.
No.
Deuteronomy 28:68, real quick.
That's Deuteronomy 28:68.
Just get it real quick.
I got it wrong.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on, Wes. Real quick, Wes. Hold on, Wes. Hear this
No,
real
he said you
quick,
got it
Wes.
wrong.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's that wagon.
This
hair.
is
Go ahead. Watch this, Wes.
Deuteronomy 28:68. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee
Now, this is
into...
Moses. This is Moses talking to the children of Israel.
Somebody got that
All right,
Exodus?
Jacob. All right, now watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Lord said Moses said, if y'all don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to go into Egypt again, but when you go, you're going to go by way of ships. Now, let's find out where Egypt is according to the Bible. Go ahead.
Exodus 20:2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So what is Egypt synonymous with?
House of bondage.
The house of bondage.
Slavery.
Slavery.
yeah.
So now, so Moses is telling the children of Israel, all right, y'all came out of bondage in Egypt, but if y'all break these laws again, y'all going to go back into bondage.
Into bondage, yeah.
But when y'all go back into slavery, y'all going to go by way of what?
Ships.
Yeah.
Well, watch this. Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto
So
thee.
Moses said, the way I'm telling you is the way it's going to happen. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more
You're
again,
not going to see your homeland again.
and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You should be sold to what?
Your enemies.
You're going to be sold unto your enemies. All right, what people were sold? Hand me that picture.
Yep, it's right here. It's
Right here. Where is it at? The auction block.
By way of slave ships.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Here go the slave.
That shouldn't even happen here in Philly.
Okay,
That's in
but
Philadelphia.
it had here. So here go the slave ships as well. So we'll bring that out again.
It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
So the Lord's going to
again
put us in slavery again. Go ahead.
with ships,
With ships, right?
by the way whereof I spake
That's
unto
the way
thee.
I'm telling you is the way it's going to happen.
Thou shalt see it no more,
You're not going to see your homeland again.
and there ye shall be sold unto your
You're going to be
enemies
sold unto your enemies.
for bondmen and bondwomen,
For slave men and slave women. And no man shall what?
and no man shall buy you.
Meaning that nobody's going to be able to redeem us out of this captivity that we're in, because who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, when he make his great return, his second coming, he's coming back to deliver the children of Israel.
Go back to that last piece.
All right?
Yeah.
Who you people think
No,
are
it's
called,
good, yeah.
who you people evenly call Negroes, spicks, and wetbacks. All right? They are the, I'm just saying, not you, Wes. I'm just saying.
Historically, yeah.
I'm just saying, you know,
Historic. Yeah, historically. Yep.
so, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, when he make his second coming, he's coming back to deliver the children of Israel out of captivity. Because right now, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're in the land of our captivity. We're technically POWs.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I hear you. Yeah, it's true.
Hey, I got
POW. We're prisoners of war right now.
Yeah.
We don't have our own land. We don't have our own money.
Yeah.
We don't have our own
Military.
military.
We don't have our own nation.
We don't have anything.
Yeah.
So we're in the land. We're in the land of our captivities. We're POW in the land of our captivity. But guess what? We're
All right, what's going to happen?
So okay, so
When's he coming?
all right,
When's he
okay,
coming? I'm
okay,
ready.
okay, all right.
But
so,
that brings you up to
hold
speed
on.
when we started the conversation.
So it's bringing you up to speed.
Yeah.
So who you call Jacob is the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, they are the people that's children of Israel. All right, from Judah. That's where you get
All
the
the way-
word.
yeah.
All the way down to Issachar.
Yeah.
All right, you get the word Judah. That's where you get the word Jew from. That is the Negro
Yeah.
here in America.
Yeah.
All right, so now.
There's
Not those
scientific
guys over there right now.
Not the 1948ers that went over there and did the Balfour Declaration. They're not.
historic archaeology and archaeology
Well,
proof that
everybody
this
knows
is true.
that Jesus was black.
Yeah, well, okay, all right,
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
that's
people,
fair
white
enough.
guys know that.
Yeah.
But I'm just we're just
It's not
giving
Jesuit
So,
education.
But I bet you didn't know that
Jesuit order.
the children of Israel were the people that y'all brought over here on boats. I bet you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
Yeah.
So now, what's happening is America is about to be destroyed, or what you call a thermonuclear
See that coming.
World War III, if you will. All right, Russia is going to lead the charge in destroying America in the Third World War. Now, upon the Third World War, who you English call Jesus Christ is going to come, and what you people call UFOs.
It's getting closer though. I mean,
All right.
like all these, like, I mean, with the shit that's going on in Ukraine.
Yeah,
it's getting closer.
That's all going to culminate to World War III.
Yeah,
It's
happening.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
So now,
What you're saying is like going to happen. Like when you said this to me like a year ago, I'd be like, maybe my kids will deal with this. But now I'm thinking like,
you're like,
it's going to happen
now
like
it's
before
going to happen in your lifetime.
Yeah, my lifetime, yeah.
Within 5.
So what's going to happen is the Lord, who you English call Jesus Christ, this is a better depiction of what he looks like right here.
Yeah.
All right. This is a more accurate depiction according to the Bible.
If he came back.
When he come back.
Yeah.
All right. When he come back, he's going to come back in what you call UFOs, but they are the chariots of Israel.
Yeah.
All right. Now, why do you think Donald Trump came up with a space force?
Yeah.
Oh, they see them.
Right,
wants
because
to stop it.
because they want
Probably wants to
to
stop
they
it.
want to stop.
Exactly.
They want to listen. Wes, catch on real quick.
Yeah.
So Wes, what's going to happen is they're going to attempt to fight against the Lord in His second coming, which
Yeah.
is prophecy. All right, which they're going to lose. Right after they lose, no, you ain't got to see it. You always,
I hear you. Yeah.
all right, we ain't got to bring that out. He get it.
Yeah.
All right, so they're going to lose, right?
Yeah.
And then these people that's on this board,
Yeah.
they're going to survive.
Oh, they
All
are.
right, yeah, they're going to.
They'd be the first ones I'd take out.
No, they're going. Hey, you know why they're going to survive? Bring it out. Revelation.
I got it.
They got money.
They're going to be in the bunkers.
Rupert Murdoch.
All right, this is why they're going to survive.
Killing them is too easy.
Rockefeller's already dead.
This is
One of them.
Wes, this is what's going on right now. You have to pay attention. This is very critical that you hear what we're saying. So you can go tell.
I hear you.
All right, so now watch this. Watch this. Watch. These people are going to survive, right?
Why?
Well, I'm about to show you why. Watch this. Watch this.
Revelation 6, I'm going to go at, break this down to about 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
That's talking about nuclear fire.
Wow. All
Right?
Okay.
But matter of fact, start up so you can get it. And it sound more good.
Okay, so cool. I'll start at 12. It says Revelation 6 and 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood.
Go ahead.
And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she has shaken up a mighty wind.
Go ahead. And that mighty, that's that mighty wind right there. Yup.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep. And it says, verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of its place. Now, the mushroom cloud.
Yeah, so that's when they say every
Well,
mountain.
it's like Nostradamus. I don't even know him.
Well, yeah, okay. Nostradamus.
I mean, he was saying it, but like, you know, everyone's like, well, when?
Yeah, well, the
when?
thing is,
when? What's the urgency? Oh, it's going to happen 100 years.
Yeah.
1,000 years from now.
Yeah, but right now, guess what? We're in a time when this is about to happen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Man, I always
Come on, Negro Damas.
We can
but
show
I was
you.
always like,
Now it make
well,
more
when,
sense.
you know,
Now
We can show you. We can show you.
Negro Damas.
We can
I'm
show
playing
you how
my
Negro
mortgage,
Damas.
you're going on, you go on with
Yeah, he
life.
definitely got it.
Go ahead, bro.
Gas bill,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe.
So go ahead.
Yeah, Revelation 6:14 and 15. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of its place. It's a powerful destruction.
Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. What is that? There you go.
Go ahead.
Go. And it says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, which is him.
Which is Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
For the great day of his wrath is come. Who shall be able to stand?
Now go into Revelation where those who lead it.
That's Psalms 140.
Now watch this, Wes. So now you say, now why is these guys going to survive? These guys should be the first people getting taken
First
out.
one, I'd
now
take
watch
out.
this. Now watch
First
this.
one, I'd take
Now
out.
watch this. This is why they're going to survive.
Let's try and get superpowers. Let's try and get superpowers.
Okay.
Revelations this one first.
Yeah, this one. Yep.
Revelations 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
So if any man have an ear, a spiritual ear, let him hear this.
Which you seem to have.
Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
All right. So who led the children of Israel into captivity?
Which we brought out in Deuteronomy 26.
Esau.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now read that.
All right. Now watch this. Now go ahead.
Yeah.
The book of Psalms. You good, man? You good. It's the book of Psalms 149 and 6. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
That's talking about the Israelites. All right, go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, supplying their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. To execute upon them the judgments written. This honor have all the saints praise the Lord.
So this is happening. These people are going to survive to go into slavery.
Yokes of iron, fetters of iron. The same way they were putting us in captivity and put iron and chains on us. The same thing is going to happen to them.
So
They want to keep them around.
So what's going to happen is now, unless you got a bunker somewhere that you can go and hide, right? More than likely you're going to die here in America in the thermonuclear Holocaust.
It's getting closer, man.
Yeah. So
I'm
more
thinking like it could happen next 6 months.
Yeah. No. Well, it's not going. Well,
it's a couple things.
See the inflation,
what
money,
has to happen
famine.
first. You ever heard of the mark of the beast?
Well, the famine. I mean, Ukraine, they make like
Yeah, we can't in Russia make
70% of all
The grain.
They feed Africa.
The bread basket
Turkey,
of the
they
world.
feed the Middle East.
Yeah.
They feed all those countries are going to start going into famine.
Yeah,
There's already
yeah.
in Kenya and Ethiopia right now. There's already huge famine.
Yeah.
Huge already.
Also,
All right,
that's a big
so
challenge.
but listen,
They're cows. I mean, skeletons
but
like
check
cows.
this.
Hundreds of them.
Famine is coming to America though.
Yeah.
The same thing that's going over there, that's coming to America.
Can't get into fucking infant formula right now.
But listen, this is the beginning of sorrow. All right, so now what's going to happen is, these guys right here are going to be, they're going to be, what is it called? Protected. The Lord is going to protect these guys, but only so they can go. They're going to be the first fruits of slavery in the kingdom of heaven. All right, now you more than likely you're going to die. Right here in America, in the thermonuclear Holocaust, but the thing is, you're just a pawn. Yeah, you're just a pawn. But the thing is, you're gonna be reincarnated when you come back as an infant. You're going to be in slavery, Wes. That's what's going to. because you have to pay for the
Better
sin.
to come back as a cow.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Or a goat.
hey, no, a cow. Hey, you might want to come back as a cow.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you might. Yeah. You might want to come
I
back.
better come back as a cow than Esau.
Driving around India and it's like,
Cows living in the kingdom.
Like this, I got real
The question you want to ask is, how are they going to be brought out?
No pesticides, ain't
hey, but listen, I gotta go.
Ain't
But
fat,
but
ain't
hey,
fat.
so good to meet you.
You good, bro?
All right, man. All
All right. Hey, America is about to be destroyed thermonuclear missile. Hey, I wanted to tell you, before America is destroyed, the dollar is going to collapse, and they're going to come out with what you call the RFID chip. Did you ever hear the mark of the beast?
No.
Really?
Look up, you see the
Bitcoin.
implant?
Saying Bitcoin.
No.
But that's all
That's
the
a-
currencies.
that-
Revelation. How are you going to be able to dictate the currencies? They're going to release a chip, like the brother's saying, right? If you look up in Switzerland, they've been implementing chips
Oh,
underneath the
my friend in
skin.
Switzerland said it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, that's the mark of
That's
the
gonna
beast. That's the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Now, guess what?
He's like, oh, it's great. You can just walk through
Yeah,
and pay for shit.
yeah.
Go like that and you pay.
Yeah, so that's the.
But he's like, they're tracking
everything.
Yeah.
So, but when we telling you that, according to the scriptures, that is what you call the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're an Edomite, so you can take it. It don't matter if you take it. The only people that can't take it are Israelites.
Yeah.
All right. If we take it, the Lord gonna put us to death.
No, it'll kill your soul.
Yeah, but you good though. You can take it. It's nothing's
I'm
gonna
taking
happen.
a lot of shit, man.
Well, hey,
Fucking bring it on.
listen. So listen. So what's going to happen is before America is destroyed in World War III, right?
Sounds like I don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, real quick, one more scripture, Wes, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Rejoice and be glad. All right, hey, Wes. So before America is destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, they're going to usher in what you call the RFID chip. See, all this thing is about is them trying to get the New World Order up off the ground.
All right. I need to fuck as many ladies as I can in the next.
Yeah. Hey, watch this.
Take all these babies that are gonna go up in smoke.
Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
Yo, the Lord telling Esau, your people, you to rejoice and be glad. But there's a reason why he's telling you this. Go ahead.
He said, the cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
So the Lord said that you're about to drink the cup of what you call slavery, oppression, depression. You're about to go through what you put us through. So the Lord is saying, right now, you might as well just live it up and enjoy your life.
Yeah, because I'm gonna pay.
Yeah, you about to go and pay, man.
I'm gonna pay.
Hey, man,
I deserve it.
Hey, man, thou sayest, man. Hey, man, hey, you know, hey, appreciate your honesty, man. Hey, you have a good one, bro. Keep it up. All right, man.
I appreciate you being out in the rain.
All right, hey, yep.
It's right here.
Somebody got to do the work.
He was like, yeah, man.
That makes it easy.
Hey, but that's Esau's spirit. Like he already know he's through, man.
You heard what he said a year
said,
ago.
I
You would've
deserve
said
it.
you might came up here and laughed when we saying crazy.
He said I deserve it.
Bring it on.
He said, man, I'm out with fuck as many bitches as I can.
Create babies, like going to slavery.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go be
Hey, he said, I might as well make some more babies and gonna get burned up in smoke.
He in the right spirit though.
He is in the right spirit.
He in the right spirit.
He accepted it.
He's accepted.
He was like, man, I already took in a lot of shit, man. Bring it on,
He said,
man.
fucking bring it on.
That shit killed me.
Hey, man.
I mean, look, man.
That's the spirit he got being.
I mean, if
You gonna
listen,
fight it?
if I was an Edomite, bro, I probably would have just killed myself already.
I'm just wrong. If I'm eating my, I'm just
I'm going to.
I'm
going
going
He's like,
Throwing this shit over, you gotta
listen,
call out.
I'd rather go sit up in paradise.
If I can't get
Nah.
the kingdom, no one
If I was
can.
an Edomite, I'd rather go sit up in paradise until I gotta come back as a slave. I'm like, look, man, at least I'm feeling this.
Makes me like a blink of an eye, though.
Hey, yo, he forget who he's dealing with. Hey, the Lord,
He don't even
the
know.
Lord will put your spirit back in your body just so you can feel the news. Raise you up from the dead, man. Hey, the truth, the men and Yahweh Shai, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first. So, hey, the dead and the wicked, they want to rise too.
Come rise?
They get
Oh,
the-
shit.
Oh shit!
Hey, that's how cold. You know what I'm saying?
Just imagine that. Imagine that you just rise up. Oh shit! You look up, see Lucas. Oh shit!
Hey, fuck. Oh, you see it walking, I'm like, do you know your game?
And then all the wickedness you did flash before your eyes. As you getting burnt
And
up,
all your lives too.
as you getting burnt up, you just experiencing all the wicked experiences
All your lives.
while getting burnt up. Like
No, you know what kills?
Let me hit this real quick. It Psalms 149 and verse 20. He said, "He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord." So he don't know what he's dealing with. He don't them judgments.
He don't.
Psalms 147.
Ultimately, and yo, I'm gonna say this. Ultimately, Esau knows. Hey, he even said it himself. He's like, yo, you know, a couple years ago, if you would have told me this, you know, I would have just flagged y'all off and called y'all crazy. All right, but he's saying now, you know, it's pretty much undeniable, man. You know, hey, can somebody grab that? I think it was just manifest.
That's mine.
He was like, yeah, I'm already due, man.
Yeah, he know, hey,
I claim West.
man.
You already claiming?
I claim West, bro.
Claim this first
You're like, welcome, masters.
Speaking
Welcome
of
to
him, get a text message. Teach them thy ways.
I want my slave to be rebellious.
Yeah. I do too.
I don't like it because it's gonna be boring, bro.
I do too.
Ariel want to be jackpot.
Because here's the thing, right? You don't
Around always meditating.
Remember, the ones who survive will remember this world. They're gonna be like, oh shit, like, bro.
What I'm gonna do is I'm
never living in this and being
all my
rich.
all my taskmasters gonna be like,
Hey, yo, West.
It's gonna be rich as the red.
Hey, yo, West. West had that butler spirit on him.
exactly.
He said,
Alfred shit.
service, I would come on those.
No, you see how
He got
he's
that
like,
Alfred
he
spirit.
He was like very
You see how I came over to Parathon? No, I'm just trying to. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I just didn't want to do water. You know, go ahead. He had that service spirit. Fucking right.
Yeah, but he had-
I claimed thee.
He had a butler spirit on him.
Alfred shit.
That's what I just said. Alfred.
Bring me some oolong tea from the mountains of Everest at the very top. I need it here by you got 30 minutes.
Himalayan salt mine straight from the rock.
Take a team with you to go harvest it. If any die, just bring back the number. I'll deal with that
Hey,
later.
are you right though? Because
to do
Just
that,
to make me some tea and
Esau
shit.
actually are
They
great
service.
butlers.
They are
great butlers.
What's crazy is hey, when you go into a restaurant or establishment, you always get the best service from the heathen.
Right. Jake be having an attitude.
Jake be having an attitude.
They be
Jake
slamming
giving
shit
you
on the
lip.
table.
That's because he know he
Jake,
ain't
now man, you try, you be talking nice to Jake just so they won't spit in your shit.
Right. Hey, how you doing, brother? You good, man? How's your day, man?
Yeah, man.
you're like, man, it's all right.
Hey, Esau greet you with a smile.
Yeah, what do you like? All right, sure.
This is what I
sure is. Well, what do you think about it? Well, what I think is,
Hey, you don't even got to ask for shit. They clean up your shit, bringing you back a nice cup, and your cup refilled with ice. You ain't even ask for it. Refill on the juice.
And they might add a little like fruit, a little lemon.
Hey, but that's why I said when the righteous bear rule, the people gonna rejoice, man. Hey, yo, man, they gonna love to serve us in the kingdom, bro.
I love that shit, bro.
But just,
man?
yo,
Yeah,
this
bro.
is crazy.
This is Ecclesiastes 10:5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Hey man, so that just goes into what your brothers was, kind of going into. Here it is, Esau runs the world, but in their spirit, they know that they're the servants.
They're the service,
And that's why it says the Lord is going to come back and set everything in their order.
Hey, and we at the bottom, but in our spirit, we know that.
We at the top.
Well, I ain't not saying we know we at the top, but I'm saying, but in our spirit, all right, we got that
ruling class.
that whole hunger to rule, that
conquering mentality.
That hey, at least us, man. All right, 2/3 of our people, man, they done, bro.
That was
all right.
Ecclesiastes 10. Jake Cool was fitting in with the heathen.
No, because
Jake always want to get down for the
main man was up here, he probably worth a couple, make a couple $100,000 a year or whatever. But at the end of the day, that don't take away from who he's supposed to be in the totem pole of humanity, man. You know, Esau is known as the basest of men. Base means bottom. You know,
Like
we the
base.
princes of the power, Yasharala,
Hey,
which
that-
means we only come second to the king. Man.
Hey, yo, hey, when you think about it, that's why ultimately, even in our lowest state, we still better than the heathen. All right, we still outperform them. All right, we still stronger than them. All right, we still, got more salt than them. All right, we smarter than them.
Right.
All right, even in our low, even us down. Hey, but that ultimately show you that the Lord, all right, how bad we gonna be in the kingdom, bro. Because even in our lowest state, us being pretty much nothing, all right, we're better than the heathen. And guess what? They on high.
Shit, even these heathen
You know,
women
when you
love
think
us.
about that shit mind blowing like that. Y'all in y'all kingdom, y'all are high, and then even in our lowest state, we still better than y'all.
And then it's like, did y'all see that this little Jake boy just scored the highest IQ test in history?
The what?
Little Jake. I mean, his IQ was calculated to be the highest in history.
And that's
He like 13.
Yo, I don't even listen.
That should be.
I don't even marvel at that though.
Yeah, me either. I don't either.
All right, because we already know that Jake is naturally talented and naturally smart, man.
Right.
So like a lot of people
Right.
think Asians are smart, but in reality,
That's why I
they're
said
not.
that, because they always give Indians.
It's just their
and
work
Asians-
ethic. It's their work ethic.
Yo,
It's
their work
Moab fucking retarded, man.
Yeah, they just got
literally-
crazy ass
literally,
work ethic,
Literally,
bro.
they got the motherfucking Down syndrome. What that called?
Mongoloism.
Mongoloidism, man. All right, that's just the shit that the Lord motherfuckers that be coming out retarded and shit. All right.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, they.
Remember, it's a drive home the point. Remember that Taraji P. Henson movie? That's actually a true story. Like Esau was all fucked up, and the astronauts up in the space, they really couldn't come down. It took her brain to be able to calculate.
I know what you're talking about.
There's a hidden figure.
And but the crazy thing was she was 7 years old in a college class. And she was doing all this mathematics, chemistry, and all that.
But it takes a Jake's mind to be able to do that.
But you know where it go? Oh, these what is it? Moab and Ammon go back to that count a lot.
See,
when
Jake,
they
in
slept
order
with
for
their
Esau,
inbreeding.
in order for the heathen,
fucked up still.
see, Jake is naturally smart.
Yeah.
In order for the heathen to be considered smart, they gotta study. They gotta go into books. They got to. Now, I mean, it's like, yeah, they have to be taught. Jake is naturally
Jake
smart.
will show Jake all this shit. Like it'd be like this.
Jake is
then
naturally
on top-
creative and talented.
Next thing you know,
Right,
like 2
and then on
hours
top
later,
of
he's
that,
like, oh well.
What the world holds up as smart and intelligent, like for instance, they'll say the people who invented cars and the combustion engine, even though we probably did that too, they'll say that they smart and this, that, and the third, right? And then a Jake will make a car that runs off pure water,
Right.
And they'll kill us, because the detrimental impact of a combustion engine fuels other industries. Now the EPA is, you know what I mean, and the you know what I mean, all this other shit that they counteract the wickedness with. You know what I mean? It's all big business.
Hey, and you could compare Jake being smart to like the fact that like how like Jake is Jake, for example, Jake naturally, all right, can dance.
Naturally.
All right. Esau, he has to be taught to dance.
You know that's true because you ever see little.
All right, he got to go choreography.
That's the elder was talking
You
about.
understand what I'm saying?
Jake see somebody practice choreography and say that's an Israelite.
Yeah, now I mean, you got Esau practice the motherfucking dance over and over. Got the
look at him,
choreography.
Jake.
Trying to be us.
Yeah, and then Esau get it. All right, because really Esau is like a blank tape, man.
Yeah, he's
you
not
can pretty much download anything. That's why Esau is pretty much known as a nation that has no culture, man.
Right,
they take everybody else's culture and make it theirs.
Yeah.
They
Shows
language,
throughout history
yo, their
because-
language is like that.
Because the
English is
holidays,
the English.
Romans took their culture from the Greeks. The Greeks took their culture from the Africans. Man. That's why you have a lot of deities that go from these dark heathen nations right up into Esau's nation.
They show you that in the book called The Black Athena. Yeah.
Islam was created by that. Muhammad was an Edomite.
Exactly.
He was hanging around Jews.
Perfect example.
He was hanging around Jews and made Islam.
Esau like tofu. Whatever you set it next to, that's what it's gonna taste like.
God. And that's ultimately that's
That's
Esau.
funny shit, man.
Really, yo, that's Esau in a nutshell.
Right.
All right, Esau. All right, they'll practice choreography. All right, and they'll work it. Hey, Jake. Never dance in his life. A beat come on, Jake be killing that shit.
Yeah, real shit. The first time
Hey, when they say King David, hey, he dancing busy. He danced so crazy. His joint came out. His joint popped out. Yeah, man, you know that wasn't no Edomite. Real shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, Albert Einstein. It was a picture of Albert Einstein. He had all this classroom full of Jakes, but they were teaching him instead of him teaching them.
Yeah, Albert Einstein
And that formula of EMC equals 2. That's a very popular math formula that's popular in science, and they got it from Jake.
MC squared.
Yeah,
MC
but
squared.
even it's not that smart because you gotta understand. It's a theory, and it's been a theory. It'll never be proved true.
It's a theory.
Right,
It'll
Energy
never
equals now.
it'll never be proven ever. Ever.
Yo, go ahead, somebody hold it.
Going like a mug. Salt of Jacob and salt of the earth.
Yeah, I got some.
Man, yeah, man, you so-called white people, man, get ready for slavery, man.
That's right.
Get ready for slavery, man. Look at Eve.
This is I got some. This is Jeremiah 10:16. I don't speak in the camera. This is Jeremiah 10:16. Let him have it. The portion of Jacob is not like them. Is not like them, for he is the form of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance, and the Lord of hosts is his name.
Hey, they say Jacob's the former of all things.
Literally though.
God.
Yeah, what they say? They say Esau, the only thing he ever invented was the patent office, man.
Yeah.
You could take the greatest inventions in the history of inventing.
Hey, what the Lord say? I'll form the light and create darkness. I'm the Lord, do all these things, man. And we are sons of the power, man.
Right.
So how much more us?
I got some. It's a precept of the brother. It's Matthew 5:13.
And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I love to ruin the Edomite day.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
It's like the sun was shining.
He'll wait till a whole crowd like.
What's your
Tell him one of your bet it like bet money he gonna miss it.
Yeah, that
So,
shit
like,
last
I ain't
Friday
gonna
was
miss that
funny.
joint. He's like, yeah, but you already know. Hey, y'all go to slavery. I'm like, what the fuck?
I seen a group of them. I was like, how much y'all on bet? You gonna make sure
Yeah, he gonna get that.
He's in mid sentence. And yeah, yo, mind you, it was on point to the conversation he was having. I don't know if you built it up on purpose, but I seen him coming. Yeah, because you know Esau.
the transition be crazy.
And this is the reason why y'all going into slavery. And then I'm like,
He timed it perfectly.
Yo, the transition be crazy though.
Like, yo, this shit. I mean, it's everything.
Hey man, it's only right, bro.
Hey, it's like rotation. Rotation is everything.
It's Matthew 5:13. It says, "Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot." And salt going to Jake, man. Jake.
Hey, it said the salt has lost his let's say the salt has lost his
Savor.
Flavor.
Hey,
It's saltiness. So to speak.
Hey, yeah, that's pretty much the flavor. Hey, that's really Yahweh Shah, man. Our power source.
And that's spiritual
You know?
because
Hey, without our power source, we pretty much useless. We're nothing. All right.
that's spiritual because Jake don't like anything that's like bland. Like we always add some sort of sauce. Like I'll eat
Gotta
shit with
have
Chick-fil-A
sauce.
sauce, like Chick-fil-A sauce, but
Gotta have salt.
spice.
Gotta have, you know what I mean?
You gotta have,
to be
you know what I mean? You
well
gotta
done.
throw something nice on that. Some
You know what I mean?
coriander, you know what I mean? A little
You know what I mean?
Honey mustard. They got the barbecue sauce and all that shit. So
Somebody hold it?
a little onion, a little garlic, a little shallots. You saw every time you see a Edomite tutorial, it be like, you want to do a pinch of salt, black
You ever seen
pepper,
them make a sandwich,
and paprika. It's always the same shit. Salt, pepper, paprika.
Nah,
That
bro.
shit need to be
Mayonnaise.
Chicken
white
I
as
don't
shit.
even, that's if paprika get used,
Bro,
bro.
you ever seen them make a
They be like, they grab your chicken breast.
Salt is really like a
onions,
herb spice. You
this
gotta
might
like
peel,
be
cut off the
mindful of
crust,
using
and
too
then
much.
Right.
Everything else,
That should be nasty.
Real shit, bro.
No lettuce, no
chicken
no
earlier.
ketchup.
yeah, like
I made
if you don't
chicken earlier,
visually
bro.
see
I put it
coating
like
of
this.
seasoning or whatever you
I use toasted
It ain't
sesame
seasoned.
oil and all types of different
Like
herbs, spices. My
artificial
shit was
flavor.
encrusted. And then my salt was a little bit more.
They be like, salt, be like,
But the herbs, what? My shit covered the herbs, bro. I got an article.
Parsley, oregano.
This article that came out today says global reset underway. 90% of central banks push for digital currency that governments can control, which we all been talking about. But it says 90% of banks. At first, it was at one point it was only 30%, 40%, 50%. I was saying 90% of all central banks. That means 90% of all the world's banks are positioning
That's a
for
countdown.
digital
When you
currency.
think about it, it's a countdown.
Countdown.
I got some on that too.
All right. So it says, if you've been paying any attention at all to the stock market over the past several days, you are aware that stocks have been rapidly declining. Individual retirement accounts have lost hundreds of billions of dollars, if not more. In the blink of an eye, as Biden economy continues to tank, it takes America's financial security with it. Without any doubt, Joe Biden has turned out to be the very worst president in the history of the country.
Bro, you ever hear him make like
He said, I got one word to describe America.
Yo,
I didn't even did that, but you
yo, hold on, hold on. It says,
What it say?
yo, I can't even make this shit up, bro. It literally says, Biden's economy continues to tank and take every American's financial
Oh, not
security
to
with
cut
it.
you off, but hey, y'all see how gas creeping up?
Yo, bro.
yeah,
it's
$5
went down
for
to like, it went down to like 420, 419.
I seen that, like,
And then now regular shit back at like 480, bro.
Yo, listen,
Wow, it's
carpool. Yo, where you about to go? Yo, look, I got somewhere to be.
That's why I was about to hit the count. Say, hold up, it's like 3:15. Yo, y'all leave the crib yet? Y'all leave in like 10 minutes.
Carpool is
Man,
over. Nigga, drop me off when you get there.
I'm spending. I've been doing a lot of running around too.
Yeah, that shit's ridiculous.
I put 40 in my
Shit, you
tank.
might as well get a bite.
Bro, it cost me a
Level 4,
bean.
that's an 80.
It cost me a bean 05 to fill up my SUV, bro.
Yeah, it takes me because it's like
From E.
$95.
22 gallons, bro. At fucking $5 a gallon,
just
bro.
throw 20 in and not care.
Bro, 22 gallons,
This
bro.
salt
I
will come
remember
back
back
and
in
say,
$5,
It was like 1997, 1998, bro, when gas prices was like $1.25.
$1 something, yeah, bro. My grandma had this big ass Monte Carlo. It would go say, yo,
When
how
that
much is
shit,
$2
hey,
in the
listen,
tank?
when gas hit,
Some V8.
it ain't quite $5 yet, but it's damn near.
Nah, it's
bro.
basically $5.
Bro, shit,
Bro,
bro.
if you do premium, you gotta use premium your shit
Yeah,
$5.
diesel
bro.
is like
You see that
4.
shit for the regular ticket like 505? It's over.
Regular
If it's 505 here, imagine in Cali, bro. Imagine in LA.
California's $8.
It was
California's
$6,
$8,
$7 like months ago.
Bro,
Over
I
like
was in
LA
LA.
County.
I was in LA like 3 or 4 years ago when gas prices in Philly was like $2, $2.02, and there it was still $5.56, $6.05.
Yeah, that's like one of the most.
So imagine it today where Philly is $5. That
shit like
gotta be
$10.
like $9, $10.
Because we went to California.
I should have asked my sister because my sister lives in California.
California's
Sister live in LA. I'm gonna ask her.
$6 for real. Diesel is $6.92.
Oh, and they said diesel about to run out.
Yeah, they're running out of oil on the East Coast and the West Coast. They're running out of water.
No, on the East Coast they say diesel fuel
Diesel, there we go.
is about to run out.
Yeah, we went to California, bro. We
man,
get our
this
rent.
place
Guys,
finished.
bro.
Yeah, that's over.
And,
That's
like, you know,
it.
we get a
No
rent.
more
We didn't
truck
care.
stop
Like, I told
coming.
my mom,
Truck
yo,
stop
that
coming. It's over.
truck
It's over.
I got news article just
I don't
today
even care.
what brother had.
Bro, that shit
Yo, yeah,
like
more
$7
than
to
that.
$8. Yo, that's like
I didn't even
that's like buying a pair of sneakers.
I didn't get that first pair.
Camry or something.
I mean, his ain't.
My joke was just a headline.
I go shoot.
My joke was just a headline.
Headline, go ahead.
The currency reset is coming. 90% of nations planning a digital currency. And then it says a digital ID coercion. Nigeria blocks 73 million phones as punishment for refusing digital ID.
Oh
Yo.
shit! Hey yo, I heard they was saying that anybody that disagree with the New World Order, that they were going to pretty much freeze their bank accounts.
Yeah.
Anybody that talk up, say anything they deem misinformation, anything like that, they gonna
that's that new
freeze your account.
That's that new committee that they just built.
But that's the power that they want. I mean, we're seeing all of this
that's
is
what I'm
all a
saying right
big setup for the MOTB.
I'm with some up, man. Congratulations, some shit is on my nerves.
Let's go.
All right, so here we go. It says, individual retirement accounts have lost hundreds of billions of dollars, if not more. If, in the blink of an eye, as the Biden economy.
What's up with your dad? I know you was talking about his 401 joint. He ain't complaining yet.
No,
Did you get hit yet?
They say a lot of motherfuckers lost a lot. With that Bitcoin.
Yeah, 12,000. It was like
a lot of motherfuckers went bankrupt.
Bitcoin, like compare like to 12. That's a lot of money.
It says individual retirement accounts have lost hundreds of billions of dollars, if not more. In the blink of an eye, as the Biden economy continues to tank and take Americans' financial security with it, without any doubt, Joe Biden has turned out to be the very worst president in the history of the country, and it's not even close. But the tanking of our economy and those of countries around the world is purposeful. It's being done as part of a global reset that was launched by the planetary elite as a means of solidifying their control over literally every person and every activity every day. And one way the plan of doing so is by taking over complete control of the money supply. A new report from the Bank of International Settlements estimates that up to 90% of national central banks are at least in the planning stages for launching a central bank digital currency, CBDC. This echoes as March report from the IMF, which claimed over 100 nations are at least in the planning stage of releasing their own CBDC. It seems programs of government-issued digital money have been gaining momentum all around the world since at least 2020, and apparently now they exist in over half the countries on the planet. 9 out of 10 central banks are exploring central bank digital currencies, and more than half are now developing their own running concrete experiments. It says Brazil and Namibia are the two countries that have mostly recently announced their plans, doing so in April, the outlet reported.
I got a question for y'all brothers. It's a question between you and Shalom. Like, what do your takes as vainly speaking on how they're going to maybe come into this new CBDC and how we got like loans and credit and all this extra bullshit? You think would it transfer over?
It's a great reset. So
at some point, one switch is going to go off and the other one come on.
But what they're going to do is this is going to be the promise of it. Remember, order out of chaos. Right. So what they're going to say is, and also you got to understand, as this time is getting there, the population is going to be cut in half. There's going to be a lot of death going on as well. It's going to be easily malleable or easy to control at that point. Right. But you got to look at it from a perspective like this. So all debt, think of bankruptcy, all debt will be expunged. And you might get, let's say the banks do retrieve your old debt. So let's say you had $100,000 in the bank. They might devalue the dollar as worthless, but say, well, we'll give you 25% of what you actually had. So instead of $100,000, you got $25,000 in our new digital currency. Right. But to be able to access this money, you got to sign up for all the government subsidies. And then, by the way, you need to take this motherfucking chip underneath your motherfucking insane.
So all debt will be wiped out. All the student loans.
Because remember,
that'll be the prize. Remember, it said, what did it say? It said that they'll deceive, it'll give the power to deceive them by the miracles.
Right.
You know, and that's all part of it.
Like they're going to come in like the Great White Hope with a solution. Hey, we know everything was fucked, but look, what we're going to do is, because we need a new age, it's going to be some fucking crazy speaker, probably like the Pope.
They show you that in V for Vendetta.
And they're going to basically have, there's going to be a reasoning, there's going to be somebody who's going to stand up for the people, because Biden and everybody else are going to be tarnished as the people who destroyed everything. And then they're going to have somebody come in as the savior, Trump. More than likely Trump. Could be, could be. And then what they're going to do is they're going to say, well, look, we can now move into a brighter, better America future or on a global system. But we must all be very conscious and understand that the old ways are done away with. You got to come into the new world order.
Like Bill Gates.
Yeah, we might get that like once the world war get hot. Once shit start getting hot and the economy starts really tanking and the chaos starts to erupt in different places, I think we start to see exactly the events you say. But one of the things that you was mentioning, and I think it's important to just be observant to, is that this isn't something that's happening in just America. Like this is a global thing. If you have an economy at all, you're now looking to switch from what was paper currency or even coins over into a digital age of monetary representation. Man. All right, which goes hand in hand with the scriptures. Bring that out.
You got it. This is Revelations. This is Revelations
You already know.
13 and 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark of the right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Yes. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, how do you get to that point? You gotta crash the dollar.
Got to.
Because you're not gonna, because mind you, people going to be out here trying to buy and sell if you leave the currency system the way it is. But if you get it to the point where if you don't receive this chip, there's no way for you to have any kind of way of buying and selling, because everything is digital now. Right. We can track and monitor every little aspect of your life, where you're going, where you're at, what you bought. We can even set it up to a social class system where if we only want you to buy a certain amount of food, that's only credits that you get. It ain't gonna be like a cash system anymore. Right. It'll be like this. Let's say you have a certain amount of credits for fast food, a certain amount of credits for chicken, vegetables, boom. Or they might say, because you want a certain, remember, and also a social class system will be erected. So you might, because you're on a poor level, you know how you got the middle class, poor class, and upper class. Because you're on a poor level, you're only allowed to have access to these kinds of foods anyway.
That's how it was on in time.
Lettuce, nigga.
You only have access to these kind of foods anyway. That's all your chip is going to allow you. Simple as that.
And then a more direct version of what's happening right now.
Yo, that's slavery, bro.
It is slavery.
Right. Because right now, if you don't make over $20,000, I mean, if you don't make over like $50,000 a year, you're in poverty, man.
Well,
you can't afford to eat the way these, the rich eat.
They're literally saying now that $100,000 a year in America is basically like $40,000 a year because of the inflation and the fact that taxes and everything. They said the price of living for most Americans is unbearable with the rising of the mortgage costs, rates, everything.
Right.
It's to the point where
utilities,
everything's going up. Everything's completely going up. So it's going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to sustain yourself, man.
Like $20 an hour, I think equates to like 40 a year, 45 a year. And $20 an hour after taxes, 40. If you work 40 a week, you only touching like 24 or 25 a month after taxes, and you can barely do anything with that.
God, $100,000 is more like getting there.
The average 1 bedroom apartment is about $1,100 right now, or just a 1 bedroom.
No, about $1,300.
That's what I said, but like average, because it depends on where you at.
But down here,
even studios is like. Well, I met somebody that lives down here. She paid like $29 for a 1 bedroom, bro.
New York,
you can't even rent a whole house for like under $1,600 a month, bro.
You can't, renting a house is like $1,600 to $1,800 just to rent a house.
You know what I mean? And even apartments. Like my sister's apartment in Manningham is $1,500 a month.
So people's mortgages are going
for a 1 bedroom, a little ass 1 bedroom, probably the size of your living room. It's the size of your living room, bro. And living room and kitchen. That's her apartment. $1,500 a month. 1 bedroom, bro. 1 bedroom. Studio is a stat.
If you had to get it. Niggas trying to buy a house now.
Trying to buy a house now, bro. I bought my crib 3 years ago, bro.
Not to mention
3 years ago, my value already up $100K.
Yeah, my value up over $100K.
$100K, bro.
But the house market,
that shit gonna crash.
Everything's gonna crash. So like right now,
bubbles gonna burst. Right.
So I got probably about 80 to 95,000 in like equity right now in my crib.
Buying the crib right now, bro.
As soon as the bubble pop, I'm not gonna have any equity, man.
Because that shit gonna crash, bro. Because you gotta think about it.
That's why honestly I'm about to go take out a loan on my crib.
They just built. Look. They just built new construction shit up for my crib, right? You got twins across the street, apartment complex right here, row homes here. They just built like 4 new construction houses on my block, right? A couple houses up, and they all sold for about $500,000, like $550, $570. Little 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom Jones. 1,800 square feet. I just did an open house 2 weeks ago, and not even in Fishtown. It's Old Richmond, so it's the same zip code, but it's near like Frankfurt and like Lehigh. So it's like Old Richmond, Fishtown area. New construction crib, 3 stories, 600K, 625, bro.
Listen and go.
The housing market, like you can't buy a house right now, and your value, bro. You buy a house right now, your value is not really gonna keep going up, bro.
No,
it's only gonna go up at so much, and it's just gonna crash, bro.
This is what it's gonna be. You go try to buy a house right now.
Underwater mortgage.
Yeah, you go try to buy a house right now. It's gonna be like
2008, bro.
2008, $280,000 for a crib, then a bubble pop. They're gonna say, well, your crib is only $100,000. You already spent $280,000. You in that big ass
You're in a hole 188K.
That's where short sales and foreclosure sales come into play. Where the banks just sell the crib to get some kind of return. You get fucked up, but you get out of the crib, but your credit is jacked up. Now you're not getting another mortgage for like another 10 years. Barely can get an apartment.
But yo, that's crazy.
They broke this down on the broadcast.
It's a recipe for a perfect storm.
That's why, like, I'm even hesitating. Like my line of work right now, it's like
trying to sell our cribs.
Bro, it's like right now, working as a seller's agent, you eating, but a buyer's agent, that shit, bro, that's tough, bro.
You got that? You got that? All right, bring that out.
Jeremiah 50 and 23. It reads, how was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Keep going. I want to just get the point.
Go ahead.
There's more. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. O Babylon, thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven.
Hey, that's what I said. All right, this place, the Lord has put America in that proverbial snare, man. America is in pretty much in a trap, man.
America in a chokehold right now. I got you in a,
right,
they call it RDL.
You know what I'm saying?
America in a RDL right now, like, yeah, where you going? Where you going? And it's more, the more you don't give up, the more I keep squeezing this shit.
Yeah, America, it says, the Lord has laid the trap, and thou was unaware, man. You people don't really know, even have a clue, all right, of what's coming down the pipeline. All right, this place is what they call it at the hospital, CTD, circling the drain.
Circling the drain, yeah.
All right, this place is circling the drain, and it's on its way out, man.
It's on life support right now.
Hey, I was watching Fresh and Fit. It was a guest broadcast that came on. He said he's a light-skinned boy from New York, Brooklyn.
Know our support, man.
All right, thanks, bro.
I was heavy in jail on that shit, man.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, brother.
He said, man, listen, when something is too complicated and it's hard to like function, it's easy gonna fall. Like these banks and all that shit gonna pop. Like, it's gonna pop. Because it's not simple. Like, it's not like, oh, going to the bank, get my money. That's it. Like, it's not simple. Like,
You right, little bro.
We at the end.
America on life support and his insurance policy is running out, bro. So eventually you're gonna have to pull the plug, man. The Lord about to pull the plug on this.
Flatline this motherfucker.
It really is already, when you on life support, you really already dead. They just use the machines to keep your heart pumping.
You alive.
But really, your spirit,
what's that?
your spirit is left.
What's that motherfucking, what they use, what's the machines in America, the stimulus checks? The
PPP and shit like that.
All that shit.
Yep. COVID protection plan.
Matter of fact, you get somebody grab that, we were at Bill Babylon.
Food stamps.
You got it out. Yep.
All that shit,
all that
bro.
bullshit. Go ahead, bro.
Job 20 and 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
God. All right. Hey, that's why I said what? The enemy should come down with great wrath. Why? Because he knows what he had but a short time.
He saw his last act of desperation.
The triumph for the wicked was short, man. All right, so these devils, man, hey, they somewhat winning now. Hey, but what it say? It's short lived, man.
Who said that that this place is too much?
he's like a business owner from Fresh and Fit.
Oh, okay, no, right.
He feel like from Brooklyn or something.
Nah, that's beautiful because if you look at it on the flip side, the gospel of Yahweh Shai is simple. You know what I mean?
That's easy to follow.
They tell you, it's 2 Corinthians 11, verse 3. It says, "But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is a Mashiach." You know? So it just kind of proves the fact that, you know, it's not that hard to understand the gospel, you know, and this is going to stand. That's why what you said was profound, because all this extra, you know what I mean, bullshit that they got going on.
Take my spot.
What you say?
No, you talking to somebody else.
All this extra bullshit that's going on, man, is one of the reasons why this house is going to fall. You know, but when the Lord's house was built, the simplicity, the straightforwardness, you know what I mean, because it talks about it being the beguiling of the serpent, but you know, through its subtlety, man. Right. You know, you could, you know, kind of. That's kind of similar to how Esau is moving right now. Right. You know, it's very, very underhanded and deceitful, man. You know, but the Lord is kind of straightforward, man, straight to the point, cut and dry, man. Draw the line in the sand.
Hey, that yo, what you saying is that's beautiful, because when you think about how Esau ruled, all right, in secrecy. He ruled.
I got a scripture.
He ruled in secrecy. He ruled in darkness. All right. What they call it, the hidden hand.
Yes.
All right.
Esau make everything
Esau is hey, but when we get in rulership, all right, we're gonna rule out in the open, man.
Right.
Hey, and what's beautiful is
There's gonna be no secret plan.
God. Hey, what's beautiful is the thing is the Lord got us out in the open. All right, preaching this gospel, man.
Right. In front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
Hey,
all right?
and the reason why that is because Esau gotta hide because he doing wickedness.
God.
See, we don't gotta hide because we doing righteousness in the kingdom when we rule. You don't have to hide.
God. Yeah, you don't have to hide. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to hide and be, you know, dealing deceitfully, man. All right.
Man, I got a scripture.
Matter of fact, so
This is Isaiah 29.
I said a precept of the triumph for the wicked is sure. This the we have Hill Babylon. You wanted that? We have Hill Babylon.
No, I already read
You did.
What you got?
I got Isaiah 29:15. This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and the works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and knoweth us? Like an example, V for Vendetta, you had like 5 of those elites that work for the London government. And you had that huge elite on the TV, and he's just like the oldest out of all of them. All right, but he owns all the broadcast TV shows.
You know, I never get into that movie.
That movie is all that, bro. That shit is
I
all
watched
that.
10 minutes, fell asleep.
He said,
He was exposing shit.
yeah, he was
never get
exposing
it.
shit.
And it's crazy because remember the whole thing, the reason why that in the movie, how they got control was because of a rampant disease that went out. And so they assumed control because they had the cure. You know what I mean? And that joint was spiritual for real.
And they had female
It's
cancer
long
that
and
joint,
kind of boring at parts, but it definitely exposed some, you know, some realities.
get somebody. Because ultimately, like we were saying, we're not going to have to rule in darkness or deceit or underhanded.
Right.
All right. We're going to rule in righteousness, and we're going to be out in the open for everybody to witness it, man.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Is this Sirach 10 and 8? Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
So there you go. All right. That's how you Edomites have ruled. All right, in deceit. All right, in unrighteousness. All right, rape, rob, murder, kill. All right, your way into to the top. All right, but now we're in a time that the Lord, all right, is about to rent the kingdom from you, man. All right, he's about to take it and give it to one that is profitable, man. Right. All right, which is starting with our Lord, Yahweh Shah, man. Okay. Starting with our Lord, man. All right, he's gonna the kingdom is going to be cast down. All right, and Yahweh Shah, the kingdom is going to be built up, man. That's right.
Hey, I got something. This is Ecclesiasticus 11:5. No, that's not it. It's Ecclesiastes.
11-5.
Yeah, 11:5.
11-5. Okay.
That's Then I just had it.
Yeah, Crown John.
Ain't rated too bad.
No, that's all right. That's
For sure. Actually,
Here it is. All
I've
right.
been enjoying it a little.
All right, this is Ecclesiasticus 11:5. Many kings have sat down upon the ground, and the one that was never thought of hath won the crown.
And that's the elect, man. That's the so-called Negroes, the so-called nigger spicks and wetbacks. All right, okay. That's the Israelites. All right, chiefly. All right, talking about the elect, because you people, all right, are not going to. You people are the last. Because he kept on saying, well, who's going to take over next? With the Far West.
He was like the Chinese, the Russians.
I mean? So, you know, us, that shit don't even make no sense. I don't know.
That's how you know they try to take it.
I'm John Morgan.
Because they try to use the, you know.
You see the billboard? You see the billboards in the highway?
Yeah, but I don't get
I think the nigga named John or something.
Water John.
I think his name is John.
They using it wrong.
Yeah.
I think his real name is John.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
That's
John Morgan.
But even still, that's like.
Oh, no. How to be like John?
Yeah. No, that's what I got. But it's like the way
John
they're using
Morgan.
it is like.
John Morgan, yeah.
That shit is weird, right?
No
That
salt.
just show you this nigga's a lawyer, super rich, but he using our slang.
Our slang, yeah.
Because you know, we
He
better.
like, all
So
you
know.
niggas
Because-
getting these cases, call me because I'm John
Because
Morgan.
niggas make money if you think about it, according to American economy.
Yeah, but they don't keep no money.
You got something.
Nah. Bro, you got it.
Yo, you got something on your nose. Don't wipe that on my clothes.
Yo, you next? Yeah, that shit was big, bro.
Go ahead, bro. That joint was a build-up.
Eat that joint.
That joint that's motherfucking brick water.
Not brick order. Nah, I was trying to tell you.
Hey, I thought y'all was doing good signature. Like, I claim that.
Take bro Gurman. What's
You
your
got
fault?
motherfucking Goso on your face, man.
So it's like kind of some
Liquid gold up in that Goso, man. Go ahead, bro. What you want? You know Babylon?
Babylon, right?
Babylon? Yeah, yep. And we were just going in the spirit.
It's Jeremiah 51. We start at 8. It's Jeremiah 51. Man, I'm gonna start at 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. For howl for her, take balm for her pains, if so she may be healed. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Yeah, America, pretty much like the brother was saying on life support, is at the point of no return. All right, it's CTD, man, circling the drain. All right, and ultimately, you know, it's not gonna come back. All right, it's no remedy for the state of America.
That's the
All right.
that's where you get the word remedy, man, because
What they call it?
They're going to something.
Go ahead.
There's
They
no
call
cure.
it DNR.
There's no
There's
cure.
no cure.
America's on DNR. Do not resuscitate.
What's going on with America is only going to become worse and worse.
Yeah.
All right, it's not going to, you know, what they call it, transitory. All right, where, all right, it's just a time. All right, that's in a time that we're going through, and eventually it's going to pass. All right, no, all right, what we're witnessing, all right, is the fall, okay, of America. All right, and ultimately the destruction of America. Okay. All right, you got more than that?
Yeah, what's the one movie called A Birth of a Nation?
Well,
this is the death of a nation.
Hey, really, it's both. All right, the death of a nation.
That's what I'm saying.
And the birth of a nation, man.
God, right.
All right, the
My
Second
bad.
Ezra 6 and 9.
It says for one kingdom to rise, another kingdom must fall.
Alright.
Back in Jeremiah 51, continuing in verse 9. It says, forsake her. I'm going to just hit 9 again. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, and she is lifted up even to the skies.
That's it?
Yeah, man, that was the point.
Yeah. You know, pretty much the sins of America have reached up to the heavens. All right, hey, literally, man. All right, they had space.
That's not gonna work.
They got space jump. Yeah, that's you know. Hey, and the Lord is about to recompense America, man, for all his ill dealings. All right, all this rape, robbery, murder. All right, blaspheming the Lord, making mockery of his people. All right, all these things are about to be. The Lord is about to answer, okay, to all these things, man. Like for a long time, can somebody get that? The Lord, he said, you thought I was wondering of thyself.
Psalms 50 and 20, I think. 20, 21. One door.
Psalms 50 and 21. It says, these things hast thou done.
Shut up, man.
This is Psalms 50. I'm going to start at 16. It says, but unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee. When thou...
Because what America do, man, all right, they swear, all right, they're elected officials in on the Holy Scriptures.
Right.
All right, and then they turn around and pass laws, all right, for homosexuality, man.
Right, contrary to
all right.
Yeah, Verse 18. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consenteth with him, and hath been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
And this is what America is going to pay for. This is what the Lord is going to recompense America for. All right? This is, the Lord is about to answer, all right, you people, man, by way of judgment. Go ahead, bro.
It says, these things thou hast done, and I kept silence.
Why did the Lord keep silent? Because the Lord, all right, is bound by his word. I hold that real quick. Get, only you will let.
That nigga all rainbow.
Only you will let. Only you will let. You put that in only you will let.
Live.
Only he would let.
That's it.
My legs.
Oh, let it.
Yeah.
Tight.
It's gotta be it. Second Thessalonians 2. It's got more spaces. This is Second Thessalonians, starting at 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work."
Bring that last little part out to where it says. These things down.
Psalms 50:21. These things had thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
Yeah, you know, the Lord lets you heathens do everything you've done, all right? And the Lord pretty much kept silence. Why? Like I said, because the Lord is a man, all right, he's bound by his word. All right, hit that, Doc.
Yep, 2 Thessalonians 2:7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
God.
Yeah, what's more?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
There's another one I want you to bring out. It says, you do not disturb set measures.
Sirach 4? I mean, 2 Esdras 4? By measure that you measure.
Yeah, bring that up.
All right, this is 2 Esdras 4 and 37. It says, by measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times. And he doeth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
So there you go. All right. The Lord is not gonna. All right. Okay. The Lord said what He said.
He said he's bound by his word.
All right. He's bound by His word, and He's going to, and that's it, man.
Go by that plan. That
Right,
Yeah,
because earlier we went into when now we were talking about moving in haste.
God,
Lord ain't not going to move in haste.
the Lord, the Lord not gonna move in haste. All right. The Lord put His decree out, so He's gonna let it play out. All right. Exactly the way He said it would play out, and then He's gonna act. All right, so the Lord saying what? Go ahead, bring that up.
Says, these things thou hast done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
Yeah, y'all thought the Lord was actually with y'all, or that. All right, y'all actually believe y'all started to believe your own lie. All right, that the Lord was a so-called white man. All right, that God was a so-called white man. Y'all actually started to believe y'all bullshit.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Says, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
All right, the Lord said He's going to reprove you and set us in order right before your eyes, what you see now. All right, that exceeding army.
Right.
All right. All right, and you're being reproved, man. You're being called out, man. The man of sin, all right, is being revealed in these last days. Go ahead, bro.
Now consider this, ye that forget Yahweh, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversations aright will I shew the salvation of Yahweh.
And that's the elect, man. All right. Okay, you heathens are about to pay your tithe, man. You have to pay your tithe, all right, from when you was Cain, man. All right, that tithe. All right, hey, see, a lot of people don't realize, all right, that during this last death, all right, if you were slated for salvation, all right, you're receiving salvation, all right, because of, not that it's, first of all, it's a gift. Let's get that. It was ordained, but ultimately, the Lord had you ordained from the beginning. All right, it's like you're going to receive judgment. Guess what? It was ordained, right? You're going to receive that judgment not just from this life, but from all your lives that you lived in the past. All right, that's how that goes. Hey, ultimately, and that's why we ultimately going to, Lord willing, meet those men. We're going to receive crowns. All right, not what we did this time around, not just what we did this time around, but ultimately what we did in all our past lives. Because what he said ye that he said we are forsaking everything. What should we receive in return? He said, ye that follow me in the regeneration, all right, shall sit on thrones, all right, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. That's crazy. All right, so that goes to let you know that reincarnation is biblical, and not just that, but also, all right, that okay, you're gonna reap, all right, you're gonna reap your gift or your salvation, also because of with the work that you put in the past. Why? Because we'll say that the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, man. All right, so you this ain't just a one go around thing where I came out, I did the work. No, if so, if you're a man of the Lord, then you've been doing this a long time. But all right, which leading up to the last days, all right, and you're about to collect on your investment, man. All right, from that you put in. And matter of fact, can somebody get that? We can end with that. I come to quickly. I'm working to get every man according to his word.
Revelations.
Look at this guy.
This is Revelations 22 and 12. It says, "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last."
Yo, and that's Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai said he's the Alpha and the Omega. Right? He's the beginning and the end. All right?
That's like you know these separate entities too.
Yeah,
Yahweh ain't no beginning.
because the Lord Yahweh has no beginning and he has no end. All right, so he exists. All right, that's all you need to know about Yahweh. All right, Yahweh Shai, all right, said he's the Alpha and the Omega, man. Because guess what? His reward, he said he coming quickly and his reward is with him. All right, to give every man according to their works, man. That's good works, all right, and that's wicked works, man. All right. So with that, anybody got anything else?
You might as well hit 14.
Good.
Yeah, just to end it off.
14.
Man, shoot, I killed 10.
Con, yup. Revelations 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. That's it.
Time. Yeah. All right, so with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Peace, citation to the argument pushing words out the four corners of the planet. Shalom.